Boom! Live and direct. No turning back. No, never. Oh, na 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 na. Oh, na 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 na. Ah, yeah. Live and direct. Boom. Na 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 na. Oh, na. Rise and shine. Back. No, never. Cause I was born to win. And they can say whatever. Never gonna get me down. No turning back. No, never. Cause I was born to win. And they can say whatever. Never gonna get me down. My life is like a open book. See the storyline and come and take a look. The rocky road. Still I carry your load, yeah. I love the turban to the Most High. It's the verse I then preserve I. Reway. Not a fret. Turning back. No, never. Cause I was born to win. And they can say whatever. I'm here live and direct. Today. A man on its way. Just life. I forever grateful. Yes, I'm prepared for anything that come my way. Got to keep on push on through. A true survivor. That's what I am. No, never. Cause I was born to win. And they can say whatever. They're never gonna get me down. No turning back. No, never. Cause I was born to win. And they can say whatever. They're never gonna get me down. Okay, let me get my helmet on. I'm back. Live and direct as usual. In the tube, as usual. I kind of prefer the tube over the fake book. I don't know. I'm a YouTuber. I'm not a fake booker. I'm a YouTuber. I like YouTube. It's that's what I started with. And I know many people today go on Facebook. They do Facebook Live and stuff like that. Maybe eventually. I was thinking about it, but I'm more, I don't know. I like the tube. I like the tube. I like to do some tubing in the morning. Yeah. Anyway, the people that want, who seek shall find. Like, I don't want to endlessly promote myself. I don't feel the need to endlessly promote myself. But I have a vibe, and the ones that wants to find it, they will find it. It's not something that I think I have to endlessly promote myself. I'm not into this or that. It's, I don't know. I'm not a preacher. I'm just a man on its way trying to find sense in my life and create something in alignment with nature, create something each and every day. Each and every day have positive day. Just that having a positive state of mind every day. And I think I can have a positive life. It's about each and every moment. First of all, it's about the moment. It's about the moment here, right now. Can I be uplifted by that moment? Can I progress with this moment? Obviously, yes, in my case, for sure. I'm progressing each and every morning with that. Each and every first light. Let's call things for what they are. Each and every first light, I progress with this a lot, for sure. There's a constant progression. Once you start opening your eyes to life anyway, once you start opening your eyes, your heart opening the valve and letting all the love flow and the love outflow and, no restriction in and out, you're going to find such a vitality with life. I'm telling you, it's your youth gaining back, you're gaining back your youth days, and I don't know comment tu dis ça en anglais, la fontaine de jouvence. Mais that's what it is. Many people are thinking they're getting old and stuff, and I don't find I'm getting old at all. I find I'm getting younger. I'm getting more vibrant and more vital and with more energy as I go on. It's crazy, but the more I cultivate that energy, the more I have it. But it's because I'm on it every day too. I focus on this stuff like a laser focus. That's what you got to become, really laser focus on your stuff. And me, I know it's going to work that way. And then anyway, what else do I have other than being focused on my dream, on creating something here? Well, I'm supposed to sit on the couch. Supposed to sit on the couch, watch TV. That's life. That's life. I don't think so. Watch football and watch hockey and watch all this nonsense, stupid fucking shit on TV. That's life. No, my life is outside the TV. It's outside a little palace that I have. It's outside. It's outside. It's in the world. That's where life happens. With people. That's where life happens. Not secluded in your boxcar, box life. But, we have to break that invisible cage. Me, I know that's about breaking that invisible cage. But you don't break that from one day to another. You don't break free from all the madness from one day to another. You can be very, very positive and think you can do that, but I think it's a lifetime work just to get better, just to be better with others, just to be better with others. It takes you an enormous amount of, when someone do bad things to you, to treat people as good as you are, not treating them as bad as they are. It takes a lot of courage or something. I don't know how to express it, but you want to treat people as good as you are. You don't want to. Sometimes people will treat you bad. Sometimes people will treat you bad. For sure, it will come your way. Expect it, and don't let that shake you. Me, I'm unshakable. Anyway, I'm unshakable. I'm like a big pillar, unshakable pillar. And I had to be unshakable. Look at all the stuff that I've done on the Truman Show. You think if I would be easy to shake, I would have kept going and kept cutting through and get to Arthur and finally get to the bottom of the rabbit hole? Because that's pretty much what we did. We went to the bottom of the rabbit hole. I hit the bottom of the rabbit hole, and then I went back out, seen the light, and here I am. But that's what we got to see. We got to liberate ourselves from all that mental slavery, and that can go far, the mental slavery, to find your way, because we're all pretty much gone astray until you start to realign with the divine and find your way. And I'm not okay. Your way could be into religion. It's not mine, but I respect it. At one point, we're all seekers. It's not because we're every man is a seeker. We all seek the truth at one point, but it's just we seek it in an illusion world. That's the thing with the religions and stuff like that. We're all seekers. None of us is okay. We're all numb to reality because we are in an illusion, a matrix, a design construct, freaking Babylonian world. So for sure, we're not gonna probably, I don't know, sense the whole thing. But once you lift the veil, and you start seeing things for what they are in the world, it's a big move forward. It's a big move forward. The best way to make your dream, you want to make your dream come true? Wake up. Wake up. It's the best way to make it come true, to make it happen, to start making it happen. Anyway, it's just, and it's not only you. Like at one point when you get into that stuff, when you start living your dream, it's deeper fucking shit. It's deeper shit than just you. It's the divine with you. It's all the good vibes with you. It's, aide-toi puis le ciel t'aidera. C'est ça que ma mère m'a dit quand j'étais jeune. Aide-toi et le ciel t'aidera. Ben, aujourd'hui, c'est ça que j'essaye de faire. J'essaye de m'aider. That's what we don't do. We don't help ourselves. We just, I don't know, we wait for someone to save us or to give us, I don't know. I think it's much better to figure it out. Much better to always figure it out. We're able to figure out life. It's not because we're incapable to figure out what this life is all about. It's just because we don't give ourselves the chance to even take time, to just pause and relax. And we're chained to the rhythm and work, and so busy making money that we forget everything about life. That's what happened to me. I was so busy in Babylon, chasing money and chasing an illusion. And today I realize it's all freaking illusion. Not that I don't need money to survive, but it's just because at the same time, the more money you make, The more money you make, the more toy you'll buy, the more stuff you're gonna buy to keep you prisoner to that system, either with credit cards or you're gonna start. It gets to you. It can get to you if you're not aligned, centered. Yeah, it will get to you. But that's why gaining back my alignment now, I would deal differently with money than when I deal with money before. Being aligned, being centered, being more on the path of righteousness than freaking astray like that in Babylon, for sure. But that's life. That's where we are, and that's what is for now until I become totally self-sufficient. I have to buy my stuff. Like all of you, go to the supermarket of hell and buy a few stuff there, and after that, the market, the farmer market, and I always get a bit of stuff in the supermarket of hell. I go check, but everything is freaking dead, and I try to avoid it. I try to avoid that place, but it's becomes kind of a anyway. We do what we can with what we have where we are, and I think we shouldn't freak out with the way we change, the way we're taking to find our way. You're gonna find your way eventually. It's not no one to tell you what way to take or what avenue to use, or no. You find your way. The best thing to do is to go where there's no path. Les Brown used to say that don't go where the path may lead, but go where there's no path and leave a trail. That's what we got to do. Leave a trail. You don't go where the path is already paved and everything. No, you create something. You create something that the world has never seen. The world has never seen this. Motivation Academy created from scratch. But it's going to be hard to bring it to really to the state that I want to bring it. Come on. I'm alone here doing the work, so for sure it's going to be long, but I want it to be long. But not that I want it to be long, but I'm patient. Like, it's not a timing Babylon thing. It's a divine timing. And things and experience and people will come to me when I'm ready for it. More truth will come to you when you're ready for it. When you're ready to receive more truth, more experience, it will come to you. If you open your eyes to life, start taking action and make something happen, it will come to you. It will come to you. Everything you need will come to you. If you have happy trails, Janik. Big up, Suzanne. You here? Big up, big up. It's that's it. Go where create your own thing. You gotta be an original. You don't want to be a copycat. There's enough copycat in this world. There's enough people copying other people. You want to be an original. You want to keep your vibe, preserve your vibe. Don't let your vibe be destroyed or anything. People that wants to extinguish your flame. There's all kinds. So you gotta stay focused. Keep your flame activated. Stay on the way. Stay on the way that you said you were gonna. If your heart brought you if my heart brought me here today and to do this, it's because it's the right thing to do. I don't doubt it. I know because I follow my heart and I do this and I need this. It's a painkiller for me. I need this. It's an upliftment. It's all about upliftment, progress, and killing the pain. So I get everything positive. So why would I stop something positive? For sure, people that have no flame, people that have no dream, people that have nothing to work on in their daily life will think you're freaking crazy to just come out and express yourself, because they live in an invisible cage and they love the cage. And the people that are deep down in programming of the system cannot even fathom the idea of start to catch a dream or something, because the programming is so. I've never myself had the idea of working on a dream. I was always working. I had goals, like was working into another company or another bigger, but never something original to me, always defaulting to someone else's dream. That's what we do. That's why we go work for people. We default in their dream. That's why we go work for our boss, because we default in his dream. That's what I've realized. At one point, I was in the dream of someone else. But I had to do some reflection for realizing that. I don't think it's going to come because we're trained for that. We're trained to be workers. So we don't think we default to someone else's dream. I've been told all my life that it was normal to work. I had to work. I had to, but I think it's more important to create a living soul today than acquiring money or material stuff. Or I want to have a living soul. I want to feel alive. And I think when you feel alive, it's a blessing from above. That's what it is. Not everybody feel alive. Not everybody feel the energy that I have and the drive and the dedication. And I think that's a blessing from above. Seriously, I think more and more that's what it is. There's something that came to hit me, to put me on the way, on the path that now I'm more and more designing and that. And it's very, very I feel like it's more a blessing from above to be alive like that, to feel alive, because so many people don't feel alive and they don't feel that they belong, and they don't, like, I belong here 100%. I love you all. All this is natural for me, so must be a blessing from above or something. I don't know, blessing. I don't like that word too much, but makes me think of the Babylonian people or the church people. Blessing. Un bénissage. Comment tu dis ça, blessing en français? Comment tu dis ça, blessing en français? Béni? Béni? Béni. 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 I don't know. Béni? Uh, highly favored. Highly favored. I prefer that. Highly favored than blessing. I think for sure you become highly favored or highly or ordained to be great or something like that. Something happened for sure along the way. But I don't know. There's something. I'm going to find out as I keep taking action. If I keep rising and to the occasion, and be here every day and pump myself to greatness, because that's what I'm doing. I'm not here for fame or it's a challenge for me to come here every day and yap for an hour constantly without any books, but sometimes I take book, but it's pretty rare right now. I try to really be inspired by just the moment. By being in the moment, you find a lot of inspiration also. But if I'm not in the moment, if I have stuff going through my mind, and that's what takes us out the moment. It's not because we're not here. I'm here right now talking to you. But if I have all kinds of stuff going through my head while I talk to you, I'm not here. This is the thing we do. We go to places, but we have all kinds of stuff running through our heads, so we're not there. We don't appreciate love the moment. We don't appreciate love the moment, and we're completely out of touch with the moment. That's what I realized. So just to get in touch with the moment is a huge comment. A huge comment, because I clear all the negative stuff in your head and the anxiety and all that stuff. Hey, that's a huge comment, just to be present in the moment. It seems very easy to say. You think you are present. You think you are sometimes, but there's always something going through your mind that takes you out. Make you not be there. And I have experienced that with a lot of people. You talk to them and they're not there at all. It's like talk to a wall. Or so sometimes I just prefer avoid the conversation than to talk to a wall or to someone that's not there, or someone that's too when you're too anxious, too preoccupied, you become very impatient with people around you. Also, you become very, very impatient, and impatience, I don't think it's a sign of divine love. I don't think impatience is a sign of divine love. So cultivating your patience, especially with the people you have around you, because very often we're going to be very patient with people outside, with our friends, our co-workers, but then we come home and we lose the patience with our children and stuff like that. So it's very, very wrong, but I think it's not so right to be that way. So that takes you out the moment also. All the stuff that we have, the impatience and the anxiety and all the stuff that comes through our mind often, all that takes us out. So to be really, really aligned, to be really centered, and, to feel that aliveness, you got to be in the moment. You got to be in the moment. Everything is there. Everything is here right now. And those moments go so fast. It goes so fast. That's why it's important to appreciate, love the moment to the maximum, because many things you're going to do, many great things you're going to do in your life, superb things, and like so great, but it's going to go so fast. The moment is going to go so fast that if you don't prepare yourself, cultivate your habit to be present in the moment, you're going to miss it. You're going to miss it. You might have recorded it on video or on audio, but it's not like the real moment and living it. and the empowerment you get from that by being present and being really that's the most important thing, to be present, and that's what we miss a lot. I find I miss that a lot in my life. Blessing is benediction, hein? Bénédiction, hein? Comme une bénédiction, mais je sais pas. Je pense que c'est plus highly favored ou bénédiction peut-être. On va garder le mot bénédiction, on capotera pas avec les mots là, tout le temps. Mais ça me dérange pas tellement, ce mot-là, bénédiction. Là. Être béni ou être... Non, c'est pas comme l'autre que j'ai dit hier, c'était quoi? Overstand and understand. Là. Ça sonne différent dans ma tête, là, pas mal. But blessing is just bless. Just bless, be less, be less. I don't want to be less, I want to be more. I want to be more. So I don't want to be less. That's why the word bless, like when someone said bless up or bless. No, I don't want to be less. Stop saying be less. I want to be more. But these words, I cannot process them no more. I cannot process them no more. That's why when I see blessing, it brings me back always to the be less. That's why I have problem with it. But I don't know. There's words I just cannot process anymore, and that's you're doing fine, brother. All spells are broken. Yeah, that's it. Yo, Leslie's in the house. Big up, Leslie. You're up and running. Leslie's here. Queen Leslie. Big up, Leslie. You got great things coming. I saw your comment. I was very pleased to read your comment before I replied to you too. And I'm very happy. Better days are coming. You know, for those who... Magic is there. Magic is there for those who are willing to see it. If you are willing to see the magic and to see the better days and envision them, it's gonna come your way. Your thoughts create your intention. Your intentions create your reality, and everything is there. Everything you want to be manifested, you gotta think of it there. So you know it's probably the stuff that's happening to you, Leslie. You've been thinking about it. You've been talking to me about it. So you know it's just happening now because you've been talking about it. You've been generating that kind of vibe that you know you needed this in your life, and look, it's gonna happen now. You're probably gonna find more peace and more peace of mind and less worry. You know, you have to minimize the not that it was very, but maybe it was toxic at one point. You were explaining me a lot, but the situation. But I know it's still people that we. When it comes to our loved ones, I don't think we should consider them as toxic. But sometimes they can become toxic. They can become toxic if we let them go down too far in the path of I don't know if we can call that retardation, or they can become toxic. So we got to be very careful. But I'm very happy for you, Leslie, that finally start seeing a bit more light. And but you've seen the light. You've seen the light just like me. You're here for clearing the trauma, probably like me. And that's the reason why we do that thing in the morning, because we know that we need it. I need it. I need it to be to start the day on the, you know, always on a good, positive way, and everything is beautiful in its own way. Yeah, my son is growing up soon, has an apartment and girlfriend. Yeah, that's what. Because Leslie's living with her son, and I think he's kind of getting older, and it's time. You know, at one point, the children has to move. Like you gotta learn to fly. You gotta learn to fly. I've learned early to fly. Like at 17, I was out, and I'm very, very grateful for that. We don't need to be stuck to our parents until we're 20-something years old. We should fly on our own, because that's experience in life too. You know, you're going to crawl through shit, but it's going to make you strong. I've never been afraid to crawl through shit and have a hard time in life, because I knew that was going to make me stronger. You know, anything that doesn't kill you will make you stronger. And I don't think going on your own at 17, 18, 19, 20 will kill you. You're gonna have to start taking responsibility, and that's gonna forge bigger character. So move out of your parents for sure as soon as you can, because you're gonna stretch, you're gonna go into life and have experience, and then you're gonna learn to be a little bit more responsible and stuff. And maybe that, you know, I suggested not to stay stuck to your parents until you're at what is that? I see sometimes old at their parents that they're like 30-something years old and still living with their parents. I'm like, oh, whoa, bro! You should take a leap at one point. Bye-bye, maman, papa, là. Take a leap, là. I don't know what is that, but me, like, I love my parents, but I'm not, like, I've always been very independent on that side, being able to function, and I thought that it was a great thing for, yeah. Mine learned early to fly, like us, 16 and graduated out working different world now. Yeah, but that's it. So, some learn. There's fast learner, but there's slow learner. There's slow learner, but I think you learn to learn faster if you go have experience in life. If you sit at maman papa on your butt at 30 years old, pas grande expérience là, you have the comfort. You never know what it is. First of all, you don't know what it is to pay bills, or you pay maybe a bit, but you don't have the responsibility of the bill and all the stuff that comes with paying the bill, go to work, and really that even have children. That's even more. When you start growing up and moving of mama papa, you want to have children. You want to. Me, that was for sure for me. Having children was something natural for me. Never asked a question. Never debated. Never debated if I was gonna have children in life. That was normal for me. That's one of the most normal thing that our brain will do is reproduce. Your brain will not push you to greatness. Your brain will not push you to greatness, so you gotta push yourself to greatness. But to reproduce, you'll do that. Yeah. You'll do that with pleasure. You'll do that with pleasure for sure. That's not something I never debated this part of my life, but other stuff I've been a bit debating or dormant on it. But at one point, you kind of wake up, and smell the grass around, and you're like, whoa. I was 18 and I had 2 jobs. Yeah, I started to work. Myself. I was, I think, 11 or 12-year-old. I told you that before. 11 or 12, I started working. I was traveling with the hockey team all over Quebec in the bus, in the junior major hockey team, les Draveurs de Trois-Rivières. I was the water boy. For the Draveurs, and that's one of my greatest experience in life. That gave me so much character, and that really came to that's why I say, when you're young, go have experience life. I had many, but that one I learned starting at 11 or 12 to work. And my mom told me the other day, she said, Yannick, you always been a worker. She said, you never sat on your ass. I don't think I collected unemployment in my life or welfare or stuff like that. I always been working. I love to work. Like I'm here every day to work on my stuff. It's not, but I want to work for something that will be worthwhile for me and my family, now, not just for someone else, default into someone else's dream. That's all. I know it's going to take time, but I'm willing to. I have all the time in the world. I'm not so much into Babylonian timing stuff. So, like I said, it's more divine timing. It's you make it happen. You take action. You get up every day. Focus on your stuff. Take action. Stay on the righteous path. Act from your heart, follow your heart, and let the divine do the rest. If something happens, it's going to happen. If something has to happen, it's going to happen. If something doesn't happen tomorrow, it might happen in 2 years. But it's not because it's 2 years in time. It's just the timing necessary for you to flourish as a flower, for you to be ready to have that experience, that truth coming to you. If you have truth coming to you, it's because you're ready. You might shrink a bit, because you don't want to break your illusion or stuff. But at one point, I think it's just necessary to break all chain, break everything that holds us back, that doesn't make us speak truth, because there's an inculcation, or I call it whatever you want, on us that makes go astray. When in the mind, the heart, and everything's aligned, then you're going to start speaking truth. But it's just because we're very programmed, we're very into our ego and stuff. So all this is taking us out and making us signed out. You signed out too early. Oh, I cut lawns at 11. You see, that's great, Leslie. You like me. You started very early. That's a very, very good way. Younger generation today, I don't see that. I don't see that too much. They're all on their devices, and they're all, if the parents are not very conscious, very aware, and their children will be sucked in the matrix. Today, it's so easy to just let your children go into the matrix, and if you're not aware, if you're not awake, and it's very important to empower and to tell them to go have experience. That's what I tell Abby. Abby is she's 13, 14, but she started at 13 maybe to work at the Maison des Jeunes. And she works in the kitchen. She does and I encourage her to do it. And then we have her taxi pretty much every day. So I'm her taxi man. I'm about to put a sign on my car, Abby's taxi. That's what I do now. I travel her to the Maison des Jeunes because she works there, and it's very, very good for her. Very good for I encourage her, and it's giving her a bit of money too, and then she doesn't have to ask her parents, and she's the responsibility. And I know the money is not everything, but it's there. I don't like but money is not evil. It's the use we make of it. It's the use we make of it. I have no problem with money if everybody has enough. If everybody has what he needs to survive, there's no problem with money. But now it's just there's greed and the fucking selfishness and the ego corporation and the banksters but yeah, we know that. We know that part. We have to do what we have to do at the time we do it. It's been rough, believe me. Heart breaks, but she is doing great without me. Mine learned early to fly, yeah. Was 16 and graduated, out working, different world now. Yeah, for sure. We make others rich by working for them and paying high taxes, giving politicians a free, expensive ride for doing nothing for us. Not sane, but for sure it's not sane. For sure we're not sane. We're a bit sane, but I think we're unsane. I think the word is more unsane or insane. Unsane, I think, is more appropriate because no, it's so deep. I crushed it. I crushed me a cool little OK, crush avec les crochets. Là. Crochets, là, c'est comme le tricot. Là. Ma mère a fait ça aussi, je pense. C'est ça que tu parles. Cool nipper 10 and all the girls at school ordered some unless we want to go bake the lemonade stands. Yeah, that's it. But it's good. It's good to early to have experience in life. Very early, learn to fly out of the nest. Birds don't baby birds don't stay in the mama nest all their life. At one point, they learn to fly and pretty early. We're probably the only creature. I don't know how to describe us. We're probably the only living thing that the children stay so long with the parents, so long that sometimes, hey, come on, I see sometimes 30 years old with their parents. They're living in the basement, and my father lives in the basement of her mother. Like he's like 70 something. Like I don't know. Maybe to take care of her. Also, she's 100 years old. But just to tell you, we might go back even later on during our life to live with our parents. Okay, to help them, that's possible. But it's not really my. I think we should take care of ourselves in our living days to make sure our children doesn't have to take care of us when we're old. So we shouldn't have to have someone taking care of us when we're old. We should be able to take care of ourselves. Like I don't see anyone taking care of me unless I'm really unable to like if I take care of my body now, my body will be able to carry itself until I freaking die. Like I shouldn't need maybe at 100 something, I will need assistance. Maybe I don't know, but I think it's I don't know. I think it's a default state we fall in that when we're old and we become absolutely that we need help from our children, or we got to go to a home to live in a home. Like I'm not gonna live into a home, like a whole age home. I don't want that. I don't want that. I'll stay. I'll make sure I take care of my body, keep good vibes. Keep. Okay, I'm not immune against nothing. I could have something happen to me that I end up into a home, but it's not gonna be my thoughts are not directed this way. So probably my thoughts will create my reality also. That I'll be able when I'm older to take care of myself. That's what I want. No, Janik. You never know the time. That's it. and the cycle continues. Just say it. Crazy. That's cool, Suzanne. What are yeah. Yeah, you never know. You never know. That's it. Once a man, twice a child, and everything is just for a while. Yeah. I like that. That's Bob. Bob Marley! Yeah. No, that's it. It's just, I think at one point, it's just to find our way in this nonsense matrix. It's very important. That's what I'm doing here. Trying to do. Trying to find my way into cutting through and figuring out life. But not on something that's going to be defined for me and everything. Like, I just want to forget everything that I have learned, pretty much. Forget everything that I have learned. Go back to square one. Go back to square one. Relearn everything, but the proper way. The proper way with nature. Aligned with nature. That's important. Don't curse yourself, Janik. You'll be strong all the way. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just to think of it is a curse. You're cursing yourself. We got to be careful with our thoughts because that's it. We'll curse ourselves also. Think your life is cursed. Maybe you're cursing it yourself. You know, I don't think our life is cursed so much. It's just but maybe it is with the system we live in. Born dead with life, but boys will be boys. Mean will be boy. Man will be boys. That's pretty. Live now, simple and true. Yeah, that's it. Live now. Keep it simple. Keep it true. Real. And no fakeness. No, there's enough fakery in the world. Everything is fake. Everything is fake. The food is fake. The women's are fake with makeup and high heels. And that's so fake. To me, all this is fake. A child born in nature is not born with high heels and tattoos and belly rings and tongue barbell stuff and shit like that. You know, child born in nature is born in nature and learn to live in accordance with nature. And I don't think it's that's where I want to go back to the what's necessary, not what flashes and what no, just what's necessary. I keep it very roots. I don't buy things I don't need, and I'm not into this. Like, it's it's there to control us, to put us in fear. Also, we have to be careful along the way. To stay aware of what can take us out of our path, take us out of our, because you know, to return home is not an easy thing because not too many people are returning home. Some are deciding, but I think we're all returning home, but in our different ways. Some, it's going to be maybe many lifetime before they return home. I think we're all returning home. It's just some of us, before we clear that confusion, that veil, to really sense where is home and where we have to go, we have to remove the veil of illusion. But I think this can take many lifetime also, probably. Maybe we reincarnate or something if we don't make sense of this nonsense. If we don't make sense of this nonsense, maybe we'll just come back until we make sense of it. And once you make sense of it, you go up in the upper realm. I don't know. That makes sense to me. That I will not come back this time. I'm done with this. I'm not coming back here. I told you before, I ain't coming back. I'm going to create a salvation this time. This lifetime is the right time. I feel it. I feel it's in this time. It's here right now. And I'm not going to let it go and go astray again from the divine and the divine vibes. And like, I'm not going to go back to my evil ways. No. I still have some evil ways I have to let go, but it's not so potent today. It's not something that distract me and something that, like, to me, the evil ways is taking a beer. You know, taking a beer, to me, I should not even take one. But sometimes I take one, you know, but that's my evil ways. That's the stuff I want to clear. I don't want to consume alcohol at all. Let go of all the stuff that can possibly distract me or be a gateway for something else, or you know, it's just to be really keep my vibes pure and clean. Keep my vibes pure and clean, and for that, come on, it's not takes time. There's a lot of good in this world. Pray it come this way soon. There's more good than bad. There's more good than bad. I think it's just because we don't really see all the light that we have to see. But you might feel that there's more bad, but today that I am more awake, and obviously if there would be more bad, we would be all dead right now. We would be all dead because they want probably to exterminate us or take control over us. So there's certainly a force of good counteracting their evil stuff. And that is the divine. That's all the good vibes we're generating together. That's why it's important also to generate positive vibration, because the moment you have more positive vibes, you're affecting the whole. Also, that's how probably we're going to get rid of all those hurricanes and stuff if we generate more positive vibration, more positive frequency here on the plane. And grounded to earth, good positive frequency, accomplishing our sacred mission like we're supposed to do, because we're not supposed to be negative. I cannot conceive that I have problem being negative. I can be negative sometimes, but it's not something that is natural. It's because of the program I've been given. But being positive, being uplifted for life, giving thanks for life, showing love, waking up, all this is natural. It should be very, very natural. But depending on the level of the indoctrination and programming you've been put under during your lifetime, but it should be something not so hard to get in touch with. That's what I'm saying. Lift it up. Lift up, up, up. Let's see you go, Lana. Call me crazy. Could care less. People love to insult others, but I believe in hope for all. Yeah, for sure. That's yeah. But bad minds. I don't focus too much on the bad minds, or I could care less, like you, Red. People love to insult others, but it's not done. It's not on. We know what kind of love we need. We need more love, but unconditional love. And very often, the love we have for each other is very conditional, and that's the example of it. So it's very conditional. It's very. We're very much like the heart is closed a bit. The valve, I think that not the heart. The heart's open, but the valve are closed, or certain valve are closed. So you don't. So you restrain the flow of love. It's like because we're restraining the flow of love, and that love is not something the love that everyone talks about. It's not the love I love you. That's not what I'm talking about. The love for me is something outside of this matrix. It's something that could act in this matrix, but right now it's very, very evil, very just for ourselves. And it's not unconditional love, but the unconditional divine love. It's not the love that you say to your partner, I love you. That's not what I'm talking about. That's a whole different frequency. For me, love is everything that we need to carry on, to attach to each other, to inspire each other, to make nature work patiently like it works. It's because of love. It's because of the love. For me is a universe. It's like a big, huge, divine frequency, but it's not something we can talk about. It's something you have to show. We have to show the love. You have to and it's something you put in motion, the love. You have to let it flow. Let the love flow. There's a reggae man. A reggae guy has a song. I think it's Nayara. Let love flow. Yeah. Because if we're capable of not restraining the flow of love, we can do a lot. It's just because we close ourselves. We don't want to be hurt by others, but people are gonna hurt you. Everybody. You know what Bob said? And I told that to Abby the other day. I said, Abby, don't worry. Everyone's gonna hurt you. You just gotta find the one worth suffering for. But everyone is gonna hurt you. So it's a world. It's a crazy. It's a wide world. Wide world. Everyone's gonna hurt you. You gotta find the strength and like a big. You gotta put like a turtle shell, like a bouclier. Not something that will cover you, but something that will prevent the bad vibes from attaining you, and the stuff that. That's how I see it. But it's up to us. It's up to us to do all this. If I I know for sure that if I keep on keeping on, I will taste the victory at one point. And for me, victory is not It's not so much victory. I'm not in no competition here. Like I don't compete with anyone. I have nothing to prove to anyone. I'm doing my own thing and pushing to make something happen of it. But it's not a competition. It's not something that I I give because I know no one can really come and steal it from me. It's mine. So what rush do I have? What it's that's what happened when you create something. You're not scared of anyone coming to take it away from you. It's your thing. But if you copy someone else, if you do something that is not original or easy to or you're fake or you don't act from your real true core, you're easy copy. You can copy the person easy, no? But if you act from truth and it's your real truth and you're original, it's very hard to copy, to even take over what you do. So I am not even scared that anyone comes and take it away from me or anything. I'm not in scarcity or whatever you call it. It's there and it's up to me to make it happen. To make it happen, to take it, and it depends on the action I'm gonna take. And often, it's really to push yourself to take those action because, like I say all the time, your brain will not push you to take action. So you gotta push yourself. You gotta put like an agenda in place and follow your gut. Yeah, trust your gut. Trust yourself. Trust your gut that you can make it. That you can make it happen. And I trust that a lot. I know it's gonna happen. It's happening now. It's happening now. But it's just I want like lot more to happen and but it's gonna take time and it's gonna come to me when I'm ready. New experience gonna come to me. I will not receive anything that I cannot handle. I'm not in fear for getting stuff coming through me that I will not handle. If I'm on this path, if I'm here today, it's because I can handle it. That makes sense to me. There's a lot of things today that makes more sense. Because my conscience is maybe more present. I'm more present in the moment. I think it's just maybe not an awakening so much, or an enlightenment, or it's just more present in the moment. You become present in the moment. I think that's what an awakening is. Pretty much is being present in the moment. Because in the moment, that's everything. That's all there is the present moment. Where can I go other than now? I cannot go in the past, cannot go in the future. I can only imagine it, see it, reflect on it, but then I come back in the present because that's all there is. So that's why each and every moment that I have here, for me, every second is divine. Every second is very divine and that's why I don't stop yapping. My mouth doesn't stop because I'm in the moment. I cannot do anything. I live in the moment. So don't ask me to sleep, to be dormant, to not be vital, to not have energy. It's impossible. I'm in the moment. I live in the moment. So in this way, I can get in touch with a lot of stuff. You can get in touch with a lot of stuff if you live in the moment. If you exploit that moment, if you're in the moment and your mind is somewhere else, very hard to focus and to be there and to feel the vibe. Like we must sense life again, much deeper than we ever felt it, much deeper. That's what I feel. I feel like I tell you all the time, life is bigger than our life for sure. Earth schoolroom for sure. It's a schoolroom. The Earth is, life is our teacher. Life is my teacher. That's all it is. And life can teach you a lot if you open the valve to your heart and let the love flow and not restrain it and put division. And if you are like a little, like, I know it's hard to be super aligned. Like we cannot. Super aligned for me would be like I have a thing, Christ consciousness, like the super consciousness of a. I'm walking towards this, but I don't think I'll get this into a lifetime here on Earth. I think I don't know, it's something deeper to be super. But I think you can become. Maybe you can attain it. Why would something be impossible here? Why we are here? Why would this be impossible to create a perfect soul? Like we have a perfect body, so why wouldn't it be possible to create a perfect soul while we're here? I think it's possible. Probably that's the representation we have of Jesus, that Christ consciousness, and that's, I don't know, maybe there's truth behind that story also. I'm not refuting anything that there's truth in what they say sometime, and we gotta also see the story behind it and the metaphor and all this. But there is some truth inside there. If we look at it, maybe not the intellectualized way that they tell us, but if we look at it the spiritual way, or the more spiritual is a word I have problem with. Spiritual. I gotta find something else for that. Spiritual. Sounds like a ritual. But is it a ritual to be great? To do great? It's gotta be some kind of a ritual also. I think we gotta have rituals in our life to be able to progress, so it's not a bad thing. Spiritual. I think ritual is good. But ritual makes me think of the church people. That's what it makes me think. It makes me think of evil people, rituals. But I think it's good in our life to implement some kind of ritual, some kind of discipline, some kind of structure, if you want to call it. Maybe not rituals, but structures and discipline, and constantly take greater action. It's very important. Christ was here to assist in enlightening the masses. Clear the karma, don't create more unconditional love and acceptance. Yeah, accept who you are. Accepting who we are seems to be such a huge deal today, to accept who we are. Because do not, if not, we would shine our light. The moment you accept who you are, you start shining. That's for sure. Because you're not going to be staying dormant with accepting who you are. If you accept who you are, you accept yourself on the deep, deep level. And you're going to start shining, creating. You're going to start doing something that give your life a sense of meaning. We want our life to have a sense of meaning. I don't care the Babylonian people. I want my life to have a sense of meaning each and every day when I wake up. Okay, I don't care what they do in their evil world. I heard there was another stage, fucking Babylonian stage stuff in Las Vegas. They that's what they do. They put fear inside the population, put fear, constant fear, for us to harvest that fear. And just yesterday, I was looking a bit at the footage because I'm like, that has to be staged. That has to be a false flag or something. Speaker bullet or something like that. And I cannot conceive that. And that's what they do. They want us to be in fear, to propagate more fear. And people buy into this. You can buy into the fear. It's for sale. They sell the lie. They sell the fear on TV. You can buy into it. Just open your TV. You'll buy into fear. That's what it is. And that fear, you will reproduce it everywhere in your life. Everywhere you go, you will be in fear. Now imagine how people are in fear. Anyway, me, I don't. The worst is I see people. Me, everything that comes from the government, when I see the government involved and the major news media, whoa, there's something there. There's a lie. There's a manipulation behind this. That's for sure. That's what they do. They're professional at that. Don't think they care about you, but people suddenly think that they care about us. Oh, they're there to resolve the order and to find who did this. And they're there to put they know, okay, maybe not the chief of police or something like that. Maybe he's not aware of the whole scam. I think so. I think everyone is actor in there, in a actor crisis galore or something like that. But it's very weird. It's very weird. I think it's more fear. They want us to harvest fear, and you can buy into it. It's for sale. Like, you cannot buy into it and see clear in the programming and then what they try to do to us. Me, I don't buy into it anymore. That's it. I looked at it yesterday for maybe half an hour, and just that was enough to generate fear inside me, and that's what they want. That's what they want. That was enough for me to. At one point, I asked myself, "Is this fucking real?" Like, I was a bit in fear for a little bit watching the footage. I'm like, "Hey, this is fucking super mad. This is super mad." Like, but then I look at. I'm like, come on. Then I go, yeah. Wag the tail. That's it. But anyway. Don't buy into the fear. It's not worth it. It's distraction anyway. It's distraction. And, keep your eyes on the light. Don't let distraction distract you from the light. Keep my eyes on the light. I don't buy into those engineer the social propaganda. That's what it is. But people don't see it. Even people that I had on the Truman Show were saying yesterday on their Facebook they were feeling all bad for the people there. I'm like, bro, that's all staged. That's Babylonian shit. What? 9/11 was staged, but this is not. You tell me they staged 9/11, they planned the whole thing from A to Z, but this was not. Come on, it's all staged. It's all a fakery. It's all fake. It's all just to put us in fear, and that's what I think personally. I wasn't there, and all I seen was like when I tell you when I see the government involved, just when I see the government involved, it's like whoa, there's a governing of the mind somewhere. They're trying to govern our minds, or but that's what I think. I'm not sure. I'm not sure, but that's the feeling I get. That's the feeling I get. You don't have to share my opinion. You can think that many people died there and are in the hospital and all that. I don't buy into it too much. I don't buy into this because I think we're being fooled by the news. It's fake news. Everything is fake on TV. Everything is fake on the news. So what? This would be real? Like it's a big stage. It's a big show. It's a big theater for them. That's what they do. They play games. It's a big theater. The theater of Babylon, and that's what they do. They keep people in fear. The masses see nothing. They see poof, nothing, and they're just like sheep and accepting the program and perpetuating the madness. And what you want to do? It's up to us, conscious people, to see clear in there and let other people know what we think. What we think, have another perspective on life than what we are given by the news, by the government, by those people that wants to take over our minds and stuff and manipulate us. It's manipulation. What do you think it is? Yeah. Wag the tail. That's it. Spirit is the invisible. You're right, Janik. I was in the USA when 9/11 happened, and that is what happened. Fear and stealing. All right. Yeah. It's just to bring more, like they create chaos and then they bring order. They bring more laws, more nonsense. Like you see what happened here when 9/11 happened. Now we cannot cross, Canadian cannot cross the border without a passport. I used to cross with my driver's license, with my care card. I used to get to the border, show my care card, and go right through. Now we have to show passport and all that shit. And I've been refused to the border once because I had been cut when I was young with 1 gram of weed, and it's on my record, so they don't let me pass. Imagine 1 gram of marijuana, and I'm a big criminal for them. They returned me and the whole thing. Yeah, they're bad. They're getting very. It's a real police state, and USA. I don't go there anymore because they don't want me in anyway because I am a big criminal with 1 gram of weed. Got cut at 18-year-old. It was 18 or 17. I think I was I think I was 18 or 17. No, I was 18 or maybe even 19. Anyway, I was in Montreal. I was going on the sidewalk. I was with my bike, and I got hit by a car. Going on the sidewalk, I had my headphones on, playing music, pretty innocent, on Hippolyte Lafontaine, the big highway, and on the side, the service road, and I was on a sidewalk, and suddenly a car came in the driveway, never saw me, and they hit me, and I flew like 10 meters further, landed on the ground. I was okay, didn't get hurt. Always been strong. Didn't get hurt, but then they called the cops. They found out that the bike I had was stolen. I didn't know about it. The guy gave it to me. He said, take it, a nice bike, but it was stolen. So they found out the bike was stolen. Then they found pot on me and everything. So they brought me to the station. The whole kit, the whole crew. And then they took my weed, and they never, I got I think a $50 fine or something like that. But that prevents me from going to USA today. You see how crazy it is? At 18-year-old, today at 44, I would cross the border with any cannabis. I would never do that. I would never cross the border with anything that can put me in danger with those psychopath Babylonian people. I'm not that crazy. When I was younger, I thought that I was but today, I would never do that. And today I do it legally. I have my cards to smoke my cannabis and everything because I don't want to hear about them. They're too crazy, and their shit is too tight, designed too tight. They're gonna come and catch you at one point. So you cannot really you better play their game right. Play their game right. If you start to go against the shit stem and stuff like that, play your cards right, and do something right out of your life. We're all compromised into this system after all. So I'm letting you go, and have a great day, and I'll be back tomorrow for sure. They create the problem, watch the chaos, and come in as heroes. That's it. Nazi style. Nazi style. That's what we have today in our society, Nazi style. And the US are very big on that. It's here in Canada, it's not so much police state. I've never really, other than the riot I've been in for a concert. I also, once you experience those things, they're like the police and the borders, and if you never experience their madness, how do you want to talk about it? How do you want to find out how crazy it is if you never experiment it? I have experienced a lot of their stupid bullshit, being cut at the border, being cut in court, cut doing this, cut doing that. So I have experienced a lot of the Babylonian madness when I was young. Capable to talk about it. But if you're programmed and you never go and try to have experience a bit wilder in life, you will never experience how bad the whole system, how bad it's designed and all that stuff. Like, you can probably never sense it also. Like, it's very possible. Depends on your level of indoctrination and inculcation over your head. But you could never probably sense all that stuff that I'm talking about. Games, that's all it is. Yeah, it's a big game, and be aware. Develop your awareness. Grow in awareness. Grow up. Grow up. Yeah, it's a good thing. Grow up. We must grow up eventually at one point. It's mature. It's more maturing also. Maturity. Maturity. It's what I'm walking towards day after day. Being more mature, more... But no, I have experienced a lot of their stupid shit, so I'm a bit aware of all that system is a bit in chaos. So it's up to us to become more, to become the change, be the change. That's what I said at one point. I have enough participating, and not only participating, like really giving energy to their stuff by going astray. By going astray, you give them energy because you're in the dream of hell. That's what it is. That's what they want. They want you. They don't care about us. They don't care so much about us, and they just want us in their dream of hell. So step out the dream of hell, dream of life, much better. Rise and shine. Live your dreams. That's my message. Pretty much every day. That's what we got to do. I've said that so often. Rise and shine. Look what's happening. I rise in the morning and I shine. Because I've said it to myself for so long. Rise and shine, rise and shine, rise and shine. And that's all I had in mind, rise and shine. And look in the morning what I do now. That becoming my reality. I rise and I shine. So your thoughts create your reality. Whatever you put in there will become a reality. Maybe not in one day like that. You got to be patient. That's what we have to cultivate, the patience. But if you're patient with your stuff, don't worry about it. Something else will come and help you, and you'll be transported with the divine vibe toward everywhere you want to go, everywhere you aspire to go. Just be patient. Patient and consistent action is the best. Rise and shine each and every day, and live it up. Up, up, up. Peace out. Thanks everyone for being here. Bozo, Red, Leslie, Suzanne. I don't know if I missed someone. I think there was only you in the chat today. Leslie, Bozo, Red, Suzanne. Yeah, that's it. And the other ones watching now. I know there's other people watching, and maybe you don't feel like talking. We don't feel like talking every morning. That's why maybe people don't come in the chat, all people. But thanks, everyone. That's why some are not logged in YouTube also. I know that. But anyway, we're growing and expanding, and... that's it. The family stay focused. The Motivation Academy squad family stays focused. He's out. Rise and shine. Live your dreams. Live it up. Live it up.